Welcome to Coastin With Quayz in Japan, a series where I, Mark aka Quayz, explore Japan's amusement parks to discover world-class coasters, unique Japanese parks, and ride experiences in the middle of Japan's cities. Coming up on this episode, we head to Osaka, Japan to ride a crazy Ferris wheel at Don Quijote, a major discount store found all around Japan, but this one is a little bit different. So without further ado, let's jump right into this vlog.
What's up, Coastin With Quayz fans? This is Mark, aka Quayz, with the first Coastin With Quayz in Japan episode. And we are here. I'm joined by Kira Wifey Babe Town in Dotonbori, Osaka.
This place is crazy.
And you might say to yourself, this is not an amusement park. Why are you doing a Coastin With Quayz episode here? And the reason is because we're at the Don Quijote and they have a massive Ferris wheel
Now,
here.
if you don't know what Don Quixote is, it's a Japanese...
It's like a general convenience store.
Or discount store
Yes.
is what they call it.
But they're insane. They're many floors. They're just like crazy, like aisles everywhere, and anything you could ever think of is there. But I'm gonna get a ride on this Ferris wheel.
Meanwhile, the party boat behind
Rob
us
on the
just
boat
pulled in.
behind us, yeah. All right, we're entering the store.
We gotta figure out how to get on this thing.
Yeah, we're gonna figure out how to ride.
We're gonna give you a little taste.
This is Don Quijote. It's craziness the whole time you're here.
We got all kinds of foods.
Where to go? Wherever you can.
All right, what floor?
We're filming right here. Ferris wheel. 3rd floor. So we gotta go up. The journey up, you get this cool artwork. And you get the mascot, Don Penn. All right, made it to the 3rd floor. Now, the Ferris wheel, which is over here to the right. Well, the Ferris wheel is now closed for today. So, this is where you get on. Fast forward to tomorrow. All right, time travel initiated. It is now the future, and I'm back at the Don Quijote Ferris wheel to see if I can get on this. So let's head on over. One thing to note, I'm riding solo today. Kira is at a matcha house right now, guarding all of our luggage. There are luggage storage bins and stuff throughout Japan, but she decided she just wants to sit and journal and have some matcha. So thanks for holding down the fort, Kira. Appreciate it. All right, this Don Quijote is much quieter in the morning as opposed to at nighttime. So a really cool thing about Don Quijote is they have this machine to generate Hanko stamps. If you don't know what that is, that's these little stamps here with your name. So you go through the screen, you input your name and everything, and it gives you some choices for what symbols you want to use. And then you can get a case, you can choose different types of material. So I actually did this the other day. Cool little feature. Just to show you how wild this store is, right here you can buy kitchen knives, and then you turn around, good old-fashioned nose mint. So every floor on Don Quijote is a different thing, and between floors the stairwells always have fun stuff. So right here it says, try taking a photo with flash, and there's these kind of like black picture frames, but when you take a picture with them with the flash, they fully show up. So here they are. All right, I made it back to the Ferris wheel, and now it is open for business, so let's get a ride. Okay, the bar comes down. Goodbye, Don Penn. All right, so I'm loaded into the car facing the store. They put the bar down, and now I am spinning. And now we get a view. I'm in here by myself, but there is room for 4 people. I did buy some goods in Don Quijote. So fun little fact, when you get your ticket, they have you crank this little wheel, and when a ball comes out, you get a prize. I got a high chew, and as I was getting onto the car, I dropped it, and it fell, so I didn't get my high chew. Now, at nighttime, this view is probably awesome. Getting to see all the lights and everything, but we missed it at nighttime. There goes a little boat right now. They were just waving to me from the little boat. Here's the yakitori guy that seems to always be following wherever you're walking. It spins as you go. Inside the chamber here, we've got Don Penn sporting a samurai outfit. There's the sakura. If you come over onto this side, it says that Don Penn is dressed as the children's guardian deity. This is an interesting Ferris wheel because it goes up vertically, so I don't know how close I am to the top right now. Behind me, there is a little window, but I can't really see out that window. I mean, I can turn my head and look at some maintenance walkways and stuff, but the view is pointed the other way. I always actually like being up here in these city views because you can see the tops of buildings. Some buildings, like this one right here, have a rooftop pool and lounge on it, and you wouldn't even know that that's there if you weren't up here. And you can see all the different types of architecture. The buildings in Japan are so cool. You have traditional buildings, you have new glass skyscrapers, and then you have buildings that kind of seem out of place a little bit too. All right, now that I'm getting higher, if I look behind me, you can start to see some of the city back that way. And then you're also starting to get to see the city facing the other direction. All right, I think I'm reaching the top because the support beam is starting to curve. And the Ferris wheel is like tilting. It tries to keep you vertical as you're going. So it's like tilting every few seconds, which is kind of crazy. As my main man Marv once said, "Harry, we've reached the top." In Japan, a lot of times when you see a place to go bowling, they have a giant bowling pin outside of that location. And now we go back down the other way. It probably took about 8 or so minutes to get to the top. I'm noticing now you can see a little pachinko parlor in the distance. It's kind of like a Japanese slot machine type game / pinball game. Alright, making our way back down close to the river. Almost at the bottom, probably about another minute or so left. All right, we are coming back into the station now. So I believe that means in a moment, we're gonna do the old-fashioned spin back around. Up, here we go. Hello, Don Penn. Konnichiwa. All right, I'm back down at the bottom. That was a lot of fun. So it was 1,000 yen. When you go through, they have you use this little machine to buy your ticket, and then they have you spin your wheel for your prize, like I said. But look, when I got off, they had a high chew for me. They're like, "Hello, present for you." So even though I dropped it, they gave me another one. So that was really nice of them. That was really cool. About a 15-minute overall ride. For 1,000 yen, which is like $7.50, $8, not too bad. So that's gonna be it here for the Dotonbori Don Quijote. So until next time, keep on coasting. And here's Kira holding down the fort with the luggage.
I have a matcha tiramisu and a matcha rice green tea. Brown tea? Can't remember what it was, but it's delicious.